Hey guys, Justa guy here with another episode of Fledgling Crafters, and today we're going from where we before. I did quite a bit off screen and I was tired, that's why I kind of skipped yesterday. But we got our villagers in here. I reworked a few things. I put this fence here instead of a wall so that some of the items can get down the side if they want. Made this second area, right? And there's a little gap between the two. They can walk through both areas. It's probably a bad thing. They spend quite a bit of time talking to each other instead of planting, so I don't know if it would have been better to separate them. Just the way I built things, though, it was easier to have them connected. Oh, I do have this moron over here. I've been fiddling around with this. I haven't found one that exactly works right, where they would sometimes toss the food to him. I had him down a layer and it didn't seem to work entirely, so I put him up a layer, but I don't think they can see him now, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I might have to put a half slab there instead of this fence. But he's just there. He's only there mostly because he was over here, but he got out of his pen and wandered over here, so I just walled him off and see if I could use him. This dude is my first successful villager that has something useful. He has a diamond axe and then a diamond pick. They're not the best enchantments, but they have both. Unfortunately, at one point, this was 1 emerald and this was 16, but it went up. I don't remember hitting any villagers, but I got penalized. He hasn't been turned into a zombie and back again because I don't have any access to nether wart or most of the potion ingredients. But it has allowed me to get a diamond pick and an axe I can use for no cost. This thing flushes. Oops. At night, if I can get up here. When it gets to signal strength 11, it turns on, and then when it gets signal strength 11, goes away. Signal 11 seems to be the best I get here. I swear it went up to 15, but maybe not the night sensor. I've never really checked. But I don't know if it's because that mountain blocks the moon at some point, but it never seems to get to 15. 11's as high as it goes. I could probably fix this a little better, but since I don't have sticky pistons or anything, the best way I found for the water to be on long enough is this fires the piston that way to push the block over, which completes the redstone thing here. And then this pushes it back after it breaks the signal on a delay of 3 repeaters at the max. So basically this one signal pushes the block back and forth. If you had a sticky piston, you wouldn't need it, but whatever. But the main thing I've had a problem with is the payout isn't so great. If you use all carrots or potatoes, it's a little better, but otherwise you get a lot of seeds because anything that's partially grown gets flushed down. They're starting to get full inventories, so they're not picking up as much of the junk now. But plus it has to be, when the night doesn't get slept through. But having it during the day is just too much an issue. But the main thing is you need way too much. You need 20 or plus fruits and vegetables to trade for farmers. So I was going for pumpkins, because every pumpkin trade I saw was 6 for an emerald, which is really good. But obviously breaking these pumpkins is a hassle, and I just broke a sapling. But you can automate this fairly easily, so if you see they grow really fast. I don't know what the server settings are at, but it seems like the tick rate's higher than normal. I don't have control, but I just don't remember pumpkins growing nearly instantly as much as they do now. Oops. That could have been bad. But yeah. I was making a couple pumpkins so I could have jack-o'-lanterns. Because I want light sources that can be placed down. And I still have a bunch of stone tools. I'll get rid of the axe eventually and the shovel, but the picks, I have 1,000,000 stone picks from trading with the toolsmith to get the stuff. Let's get rid of this for a second. Alright. Jack-o'-lanterns. You just put a pumpkin down and you right click it with shears to make a carved pumpkin. Carved pumpkin and a torch gives you a jack-o'-lantern. It used to be just the pumpkin, but they added the carving step. But let's go here. So I'm just going with a simple design. I don't have a ton of resources right now. It's going to be fairly small. But as you saw, it grew super fast. So what we're doing here is hoppers. Underneath dirt, we'll pick up the pumpkins. Let's get a chest. Stupid freaking beat. We'll say over here. We might have to have a chest on every side because I don't have enough hoppers to make a good chain. So we'll have a pumpkin there. A pumpkin here. Now this is not the most efficient possible, but with the resources I have and the know-how I have, it seems to be the best. Then go in here. I don't have sticky pistons or slime blocks to work with. So let me just build this ground real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so this is what I got. Pattern wise, it's probably not the most efficient. And I'm one hopper kind of short of what I would like, but this is what I could manage. I eventually had them all go to either this direction or this direction. I was gonna have them all over the edges, but then I ran into the issues of what would I do with the ones in the middle. Dirt pattern wise, I'm thinking something like this. The corners, and then the two middle. That'll give each plant at least two directions to grow in. You know, so that if one's used up, it doesn't prevent that plant from growing as much. And then, obviously, we just need a hoe, which, what do I do with my hose? Uh-oh. Well, here's one of them. I have several diamond hoes, by the way, because that was the first trade that guy gave. There's a bunch of the zombies nearby. I actually got a cat meow, so these guys are doing cats. Oh, and come on. There we go. I have 4 poppies. I had 12 iron in there at one point. I guess this iron golem spawned in this little waterway and suffocated itself to death or something. But considering that wasn't the plan, it wasn't a scare farm or anything, I thought it was kind of funny. We need water here somewhere. I wish I could remember if it could go up a layer or not. We're gonna try. We'll put it down here. I think it might hydrate. I can't remember if it can go up to elevation or not. It's been a very long time since I looked at the water mechanics. And I know the update aquatic changed quite a few things. So there we go. Let's hoe these. Hopefully they don't. I think I just stepped on that one. No, water does not go up a layer. Okay, so let's just take this. And we'll just put it over here somewhere. It's not highly important. Dirt. So it's gonna be like 7-8 blocks horizontally. I swear I could go up vertically, but I guess not. So we need dirt on all of these actually. But the ones I had out earlier, the corners and then the 2 middle, those are the ones that are going to get seeds. The other ones can be hoed, and it makes the pumpkins grow faster. But once they grow, they destroy this fertilized soil, so it's kind of pointless. So we put some pumpkin seeds down. And then they take forever to grow the stem. There's like 9 stages of growth or something. Luckily, you can bone meal them. I don't currently have a ton of bone meal. But that's what all these beetroot and other seeds are good for. The drown nearby. Whatever. As you can see, these guys are lazy. It's like they still haven't even started to catch yet, and they're trying to toss each other food, but not him. They don't listen to me. They're not very good workers. But yeah, you can go through stacks of seeds and get barely one bone meal out of a composter. But if we grow this guy up, that guy is fully grown. I click this. Oh, that guy's good enough. There we go. Not all of them, but it's good enough for now. Now, we want to get the redstone aspect of this done. I don't actually have enough observers right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I should be able to count that 3 and 3. I think I have the stuff on me for observers. There we go. Just redstone and quartz. The quartz is the big thing. I have stacks of quartz when I got lost. What we're going to do is have the observer face each stem. As the stems get updated when something, the pumpkins grow, it'll go off. Oops. Did not think this through in terms of how to build this. I'm going to have to get above it. It's just the way redstone works, is you always have to be facing a certain direction. As you can see, they grow pretty fast. There we go. That's kind of what we want. We're going to have to clear this area out. Now I have a bunch of glass. So I dug up a sandbar just so we can see this. But I also got this jack-o'-lantern, and currently don't have any sticks because I'm never prepared. I'm the opposite of a Boy Scout here. Inventory full of junk, and I don't have what I need. Carved pumpkins. Oops. Come on, there we go. Picky, picky. So we want to put these like right here. They provide light for these to grow, and they provide a solid wall so the items don't shoot off in that direction, most likely. Hopefully. That's the goal. So we're going to put another one here. That's odd. I thought I needed a solid block to place down. I guess water counts. And then here as well, I guess. And then we're going to do at least one in the back wall. There we go. And then we just got to get the rest of the ceiling in, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got this mostly in, and I did not think this part through of putting the pistons in. Theoretically, I probably should have done it before the observers, or at least before the glass wall and all that. This does not have to be glass, except for maybe the ones right over the chest. But they're just a solid block to stop items from popping off. And then the pumpkins are kind of needed, or something to provide light that's a solid block, like glowstone. But basically anywhere in there the items pop off, they should get sucked up by the hoppers. The only exclusion is this one right here, because I ran out of hoppers, and that particular one underneath that plant does not have one. But all these need to be pistons at that level. So I'm going to have to do something like this. Because one, I have to be on the pistons. I'm an idiot and didn't build this the right order. And now I got to get out of here somehow. Going to cause a lot of trouble. Huh. Did not put this block in there like I wanted. Okay, so we got most of them in. And then we just gotta put the dirt back. Hoe it. And hopefully, yeah, we got a seed back. We broke our progress, but who cares? Not too bad. Okay, can we get that in there? Oh no. So we're going to have to cause more destruction. And be on the right block. There we go. Every block except this one should have a piston. And I am currently out of pistons. Let's see, where'd that seed go? Well, I'm gonna fix that last block and get right back to you guys. Get another. Alright guys, we finished that one over there, and if you wonder how I got in there without causing too much trouble, I just dug down and then in. I've also rerouted that to just be one chest on the front because I had to work the hoppers. But yeah, so we got all this. All these nice little blocks. Anytime those stems update, it'll push the pistons, well, it'll send a redstone signal. Now we just need to put some blocks up here. Any blocks will do. And then you have options. You can put a redstone across the entire thing, so anytime anyone updates, they all go off. Or in theory, you could do just the ones you want, but I'm just going to do all of them. It's easier that way. Did I get it all? I think I did. Can't see too well. There we go. You can see it went off. And I just need to get out of here. Should be spawn proof because it's redstone. Ah. Not sure why that one got stuck on the down position. That was odd. Let's just see if I can check that real quick. Just a button glitch or something. Who knows? Oh, it's because the observers send out 2 pulses so quick to each other. I guess it causes problems. But it works. And we got 3 pumpkins. 4 pumpkins. And as you can see, every couple seconds you get another pumpkin. And I planted that, I know I did. I'm gonna break some glass, replant it for some reason. There we go. And that's with only like 2 of the stems actually working right now. A lot of these false updates are because the stems are growing, but once they're fully mature, every time they update, will be a pumpkin coming out. And then, like I said, you only need 6. Oops, I need to stop wasting glass. Especially since I don't have a silk touch pick to pick it back up. But let's bother this guy. Yeah, every guy I've had, it starts off at 6. So as you can see, that's way better than 20 some emerald or wheat. And you don't have to craft it together like melons or anything. So yeah, guys, I got a pretty good source of emeralds. I got a toolsmith that gives me diamond gear. I'll eventually get an armor smith. And then we got an automated farm that works every cycle. They plant, it harvests. It does something. It's not perfect. It's kind of underwhelming, all things considered. I need a lot of them or whatever. And then down here we got our 2 breeders. I blocked off the tunnel because I didn't want any more sent up. I have more beds down here when I was breeding them. And then at the top, the water tunnel currently stops on this level, over there by the toolsmith guy, but it can go all the way to the top. I actually dug it all the way out. I just haven't put the water in all the way up to the top. They'll pop out here, and my goal is to try to get an easy way to get them on a minecart over here so I can send them anywhere into the other people's bases or the center, you know. Maybe open a little shop or give away some villagers, whatever. Oh, and here's this little daylight center over here, which is connected to a piston behind here that operates a little mini kelp farm. So every time a daylight center updates, which is basically all day, the piston down here will fire and break off this kelp thing 1 block away from the bottom. So basically everything but the source kelp. It'll flow over and under and fall down into a little hopper minecart under a magma block so it sucks the items down. And then they appear in here. And it gets a decent amount. I mean, it's only 1 little kelp strand. But it's enough that I don't have to worry too much about fuel. Oops. It just burns stuff down into the kelp, which I'm making the kelp blocks. Oops. Which is what I'm currently using for fuel mostly. So basically, it gets a couple, like 20 to 30 per day. Overnight, it grows really tall, but during the day, like every couple minutes, it updates to knock it down. So we basically got some automation going, guys. We got an automated farm that produces a decent amount of food. It's not great. And I mixed the crops, so it's got beetroots and wheat and everything else. It would have been better if it was all carrots or potatoes, because anything without seeds would work better. And then we got this thing over here now, which is producing a decent amount of pumpkins, considering every 3 with no trade upgrades gives me an emerald. So we have effectively unlimited emeralds already, and then effectively better gear. I just need access to easy golden apples and potions of weaknesses to make zombie villagers to get the better trades. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be Justa guy signing off for this episode. I know it's not the best little pumpkin farm ever. It's nothing really amazingly new, but it's what I got and it's what I could do. But yeah, guys, catch you later. Justa guy signing off. Bye.